This is your English teacher who comes back to be with you. And you know, when we are together, we do nothing but, share some knowledge and skills related to English language. So today, I welcome you all wherever you are, and we are going to learn something related to comparatives and superlatives in English. So we have many word classes in English where we have like nouns, we have pronouns, we have adjectives, we have verbs, we have adverbs, we have like conjunctions, so among others. But only two classes of words like adjectives and adverbs are only two classes that accept this form of comparatives and superlatives. And specifically, we talk about adjectives because for adverbs, only some adverbs that are formed the same way as their adjectives accept this form. So today, let's get started and then see all kinds of comparatives we have in English and superlatives. I want you please to listen carefully, and as you are used to this, at the end of this lesson there will be a quiz, of course, to check our understanding. Okay, let's start with comparatives. So what is a comparative form of adjective or adverb? So we use a comparative form to highlight that one thing is, like one person, one animal, one thing is being compared to another. You understand? Is being compared to another. This is where we use comparative form, and it is divided into three types. Now we have a comparative form of inferiority, comparative form of equality, and of course comparative form of superiority. So we are going to begin with comparative form of inferiority. Now, a comparative form of inferiority is a form that is used to show that one side is on a less level compared to another side. What does it mean? Like, we say side, it means like whether one person is on a less level compared to another in different ways. Like now, how do we form this comparative of inferiority? It is formed by taking, like, if we say someone A, we are trying to compare someone A with someone B. Yes, or something A with something B. So that's something A, then we take it, then plus verb, then plus word less. It is actually mentioned by the word less. Then plus an adjective, the way it is without changing it. Then plus than, then finally plus the other thing we are comparing to. Okay, so for example, we say like we have two things. We have sugar and salt. Yes, of course they are both important in our lives, but we say that sugar is less important than salt. You understand? Sugar is less important than salt. And we say, for example, mother is less old than grandmother. You understand? Mother is less old than grandmother. We don't say mother is less older than grandmother. Never, never, never. We say less plus an adjective as it is without changing it. Okay? So this is the way we form this comparative form of inferiority. So it means the side A is on a less level compared to side B. I guess this one helps you. Now let's look at the another form of comparative, which is comparative of equality. When we say equality, of course, we say now that one side is on the same level as another side. Okay, we have said earlier that in a comparative form of inferiority that sugar is less important than salt. Now, in this form, we are going to say to show that both are equally important. How are we going to do it? Now, I guess you can do it. So we use the word as plus adjective plus as. So without changing the form of an adjective, okay? Now say like, sugar is as important as salt. In that case, we are putting sugar and salt on the same level of importance, okay? So as you can see now on your screen, we have sentences like, he runs as fast as a rabbit. So it means when he starts running and a rabbit at the same time, they reach the destination at the same time on the same speed. So he runs as fast as a rabbit. You know, Sandra is not as beautiful as her elder sister. So you see, now here we have another form which is negative form now. In negative now we say, we add the word not. You know, Sandra is not as beautiful as her elder sister. We don't say Sandra is as not beautiful as her elder sister. No, I know many English learners make this kind of mistake, but from today I want you to be perfect about this, okay? We say Sandra is not as beautiful as her elder sister, okay? This is its negative form. I guess you can follow this lesson on your screens, and then of course you get to understand better. Let's go to type 3 of comparative, which is comparative form of superiority. Now on this form of comparative, which is superiority, actually we say that mostly comparative form is shown by comparative of superiority, and here we show that one side is on a higher level comparing with the other side, higher level, okay? We talked about less level, same level. Now at this time around, it's higher level, okay? How does it work? Then in comparative form, we add er on an adjective but we say that these are short adjectives, okay? Short adjectives which are made by just like a single syllable. We add the er on comparatives. Or then when the adjective ends with e, then of course we cannot add another e plus r. No, we add r only, okay? And then on long adjectives, how do we do it? I guess you know that, yes? On long adjectives from 2 and more syllables, we add, we say more plus an adjective, then we continue. More plus an adjective, okay? Let's see this in details. Like, let's take some examples, and we are going to learn from these examples, and I guess we are going to understand this one. Now example 1, we say that my father is taller than my mother, okay? So the adjective is tall. You understand, this is a single syllable adjective, tall. It is short, yes? So this is why we will add er to make a comparative form. Now we say my father is taller than my mother. Yes, this is comparative form of superiority. We are showing how tall my father is compared to my mother. So he's taller than my mother, okay? Now economic growth will be higher than before. You see, high, you know, this is an adjective, high, and now form of it, comparative form of it is higher. I guess you can understand this. So these are short adjectives. Now on long adjectives, you can say like for example, physics can be more difficult than mathematics, okay? Can be more difficult than mathematics. We don't say physics can be difficulter. No, this one doesn't work. Say more difficult. And like on some other long adjectives, you have to remember that we use more plus adjective. Remember when I say long adjectives, these are the adjectives that are from 2 and more syllables, are made up of 2 or more syllables. I hope this one helps. And now lastly here we have the word like, this piece of land is larger than that one. The word large ends in e, so we add the only r, yes? only R to make comparative. So I hope now we are together, okay? Now, having seen whatever concerns about the comparatives, about the three types of comparatives, now let us look at superlatives. What is a superlative now? Superlative form of adjective. This one is used to compare one person, one animal, or one thing with many other things of the same kind. So in comparatives, I've been comparing only two things, one with another. Now in superlatives, we compare one with two or more. Okay? I guess now you see the difference. Now, how do we form this? In this form now, of course, we take adjective, then we add the word ist. Ist for short adjectives. EST. This is what we add there. And only ST on those that will end in E. It is clear. On long adjectives then, we use the word most plus adjective for long adjectives. Okay? And remember, before we do this superlative form like most plus adjective or like adjective plus is, there should be a definite article the before the adjective. It should be there. This is a must because we are now identifying one thing among others. So it means this is a definite thing. This is why we use this article the. Okay? Let's see more on this now. Let us now use some examples to understand how the superlative form is used in English. Previously, I've told you that we add est on some short adjectives or single syllable adjectives to make superlative form, whereby we are comparing one thing with many other things. Now, example number one, we say like Kigali is the cleanest city in East Africa. So among other cities we have in East Africa, which are many, Kigali is the cleanest one. You see, we are comparing the Kigali city with some other cities in East Africa. This is why we are using superlative form. And because the adjective clean is made up of single syllable, this is why we add ist only. And as another example, as you can see, like we say, Andrew is the most intelligent boy in his class. So in his class there are many other boys, but among them Andrew is the most intelligent boy. Okay? Like Asia is the biggest continent in the world. So we have many continents in the world, but Asia is the biggest one. So we are comparing one side with another side with more other things of the same kind. I guess this one helps, yes? This is how we use superlative form. On long adjectives, remember, we use most plus the adjective without changing it. Andrew is the most intelligent. Here the adjective is intelligent. So we don't change it. We only say the most intelligent boy in his class. Okay? This is how we use the superlative form in English. We have been looking at different forms of comparatives and superlatives, Now we are going to look at some exceptions, that are found in these forms. Okay? Now, some adjectives, which are formed by, in a way like we have consonant, vowel, consonant. Yes, consonant, vowel, consonant. These are, of course, short adjectives. Like, I've said like tall. This is short. But is it do we have consonant, vowel, consonant form there? I guess not. Now, when we have such kind of adjectives, we double the last consonant and then we continue with the other form that we have seen. If we need to add the ER, we first have to double the last consonant, then we add ER. If we need to put in a superlative, we need to first double the last consonant and then we add est. Okay? Now, you can see from from your screen. We have some examples here where we have like big, we have thin, we have hot, we have fat, among others. Now, when we say big, you understand B-I-G, consonant, vowel, consonant. Then we will have to double the G there, and then we add ER on comparative, we add EST on superlative, okay? The word thin ends in H-I-N, which is consonant, vowel, consonant. So in comparatives, we will have to double N, then we add ER, then on superlatives, we double N, then we add EST, okay? The same thing applies to the rest of some other adjectives. So this is exception number 1. Exception number 2. We have some adjectives that end in Y. Now, how do we do it now? The Y changes into I first, and then we add ER for comparatives, and we add EST for superlatives. Like how? We have the words like, as you can see on your screen, you have like the word easy. Easy, this is an adjective, yes? Easy. We change Y, the last Y there, into I, then we add ER in comparative. Now we change Y into I, we add EST in superlative. This is how it works. So you have like words like you can see heavy, you see happy. Now easy becomes easier, and the superlative easiest. So this is how it works. The same way applies to the remaining ones. Okay, so this is how it works. Then we have some irregular forms. Irregular forms. When we say irregular, it means these are the forms that don't follow the rules. The rule that we have seen is about ER and EST, or more plus adjective and most plus adjective. That was about the rule. So those were regular forms. Now we are going to look at irregular form. How do they work now? We have some words like good, good, and this is an adjective, whereby well is its adverb. Hey, you have to pay attention to this. The adverb form, the adverb of good is well. We have bad and we have badly. Much, many, a lot of, little, far. These words, when we put them in comparatives, we don't add ER there on them. Like we say good, gooder, never. Much, mucher, never. How do we do it? We say like comparative of good becomes better, the same to well. Comparative form of bad becomes worse, the same to badly. Much, many, a lot of. In a comparative we say more. Then the most in a superlative, yes. Little, comparative form is less, and the superlative form is the least. Far has two ways of formation. So it becomes a farther or further. And now it's in a superlative, the farthest, the furthest. That's it. Yes, you can see it on your screens. Okay, so these are irregular forms because they don't follow the other rule of ER and EST. I guess this one helps. Now, like for example, we say this city is good. Yes, but that one is better than this one. Yes, of course, this machine is better than that one. Okay, this is how we can use these forms of irregular adjectives and adverbs. I hope you've got it, or you've got it right. Okay, now we have seen a lot about comparatives, but we have some other special forms of comparatives. Okay, now we have like comparative plus and then plus comparative. How does it work? So this is a form of an adjective, a form of comparative that is used to show that something is changing progressively, time after time, or time over time. You see, something is changing continuously. Now, how does it work? For example, we say their life is getting better and better. You see, better and better. Comparative plus and then plus another comparative. It means, it's getting better every day, every day. This is the change that is happening time after time. It is not stopping, yes? Finding job in these days is becoming more and more difficult. It shows that, it is not easy. It was not easy in the previous days, today, and it is still the same, I would say, like, his Chinese is getting worse and worse. So it means he's retrogressing time after time, he's moving backwards time after time. So this one is a special form of a comparative that is formed like we say comparative plus and then plus comparative, which shows that something is continuously changing. Okay.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours. At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours. 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have